Hello. Today I bring you a video of the bull used in rodeo bull riding competition. These bulls, generally the result of crossing different breeds, weighing 1,500 pounds or more, selected for their tendency to leap, plunge, and spin when a human is on its back. Circa mid-20th century, breeders began selecting bulls for bad temperament that would buck when ridden. Bulls are viewed as athletes. They usually are started in their bucking career at the age of 2 or 3, reach their athletic prime at age 5 or 6, and if they remain healthy, they continue bucking at least until the age of 10, sometimes longer. Good-performing bulls attain a celebrity status and can be considered a star athlete in their own right, and a valiant competitor on the field against a human rider. Outside of the United States, bull riding traditions with varying rules and histories also exist in Canada, Mexico, Belize, Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, Cuba, the Dominican Republic, Colombia, Venezuela, Guyana, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay, Chile, Argentina, Uruguay, the Philippines, Japan, South Africa, England, Germany, France, Italy, Spain, Australia, and New Zealand. Within the races used for the event stand out Brahma, Angus, Shirley, Belgian Blue, Droughtmaster, Chanina. But first I would like you to subscribe to my channel and support me to continue uploading content. The Brahman is an American breed of WMB cattle. It was bred in the United States from 1885 from cattle originating in India, imported at various times from the United Kingdom, from India and from Brazil. These included Circa, Hindu, Brazil, and Angolese ox. The Brahman has a high tolerance of heat, sunlight, and humidity, and good resistance to parasites. It has been exported to many countries, particularly in the tropics. In Australia, it is the most numerous breed of cattle. It has been used in the creation of numerous taurine and distinct hybrids, some of which, such as the Brahma, are established as separate breeds. The American Brahman was first bred in the early 1900s as a cross of 4 different Indian cattle breeds: Gujarat, Angolese, Gur, and Krishna Valley. The original American Brahman cattle originated from a nucleus of approximately 266 bulls and 22 females of several Bos Indica cattle of India varieties imported into the United States between 1854 and 1926. Brahman cattle are known for their extreme tolerance to heat and are widespread in tropical regions. They are resistant to insects due to their thick skin. Brahman cattle live longer than many other breeds, often producing calves at ages 15 and older. The Brahman breed has made a major impact on the Australian beef cattle market, especially in the northern parts of Australia. Since the introduction of the breed to Australia, over 50% of Australia's cattle population are either Brahman or Brahman cross cattle. The breed does well not only in hot temperatures but also in the colder climates. There are breeders of the Brahman breed in Victoria right through to North Queensland. It is a common misconception that the breed will not do well in cold climates. A number of breeders in central Victoria run these animals where temperatures can be extremely cold, sub-zero, and even can experience snowfalls in the surrounding districts. The Belgian Blue is a breed of beef cattle from Belgium. It may also be known as the race de la Moyenne Haute Belgique. Alternative names for this breed include Belgian Blue, White, Belgian White and Blue Pied, Belgian White, Blue, Blue, and Blue Belgian. The Belgian Blue is extremely lean, hyper-sculpted, ultramuscular physique is termed double muscling. The double muscling phenotype is a heritable condition resulting in an increased number of muscle fibers, hyperplasia, instead of abnormal enlargement of individual muscle fibers, hypertrophy. The Belgian Blue is named after their typically blue-gray mottled hair color. However, its actual color can vary from white to black. The The breed originated in central and upper Belgium in the 19th century from crossing local breed with a shorthorn breed of cattle from the United Kingdom. Belgian blue cattle have improved feed conversion ratio (FCR) due to lower feed intake compared to weight gain due to an altered composition of body weight gain, which includes increased protein and decreased fat deposition. The Belgian blue's bone structure is the same as normal cattle, albeit holding a greater amount of muscle, which causes them to have a greater meat-to-bone ratio. These cattle have a muscle yield around 20% more on average than cattle without the genetic myostatin mutation. Because of this breed's increased muscle yield, a diet containing higher protein is required to compensate for the altered mode of weight gain. During finishing, this breed requires high-energy, concentrated feeds, and will not yield the same results if put on a high-fiber diet. Double-muscled cows can experience dystocia, a difficult birth, even when bred to normal beef bulls or dairy bulls. Because of a narrower birth canal, in addition to the dam's reduced pelvic dimensions, the calf's birth weight and width are increased, making parturition harder. The neonatal calf is so large that cesarean sections are routinely scheduled for breeders. The Charolais or Charolais is a French breed of para and beef cattle. It originates in and is named for the Charolais area surrounding Charolles in the department of Saône-et-Loire, in the Bourgogne-Franche-Comté region of eastern France. Charolais are raised for meat. They may be crossed with other breeds, including Angus and Hereford cattle. The Charolais is the second most numerous cattle breed in France after the Holstein and is the most common beef breed in that country, ahead of the Limousin. At the end of 2014, France had 4.22 million head of Charolais, including 1.56 million cows, down 0.6% from a year earlier. The Charolais is a world breed. It is reported to be added by 68 countries, of which 37 report population data. The world's population is estimated at about 730,000. The largest populations are reported from the Czech Republic and Mexico. The breed was introduced to the southern United States from Mexico in 1934. It is among the heaviest of cattle breeds. Bulls weigh from 1,000 to 1,650 kilograms, 2,200 to 3,600 pounds. The coat ranges from white to cream-colored. The nose is uniformly pink. Cimina is an Italian breed of cattle, formerly principally a draft breed. It is the largest and one of the oldest cattle breeds in the world. One of the oldest breeds of cattle, the Cimina originates in the area of the Val di Siena, from which it takes its name, in the Middle Tiber Valley. Cimina cattle have been raised in the Italian regions of Tuscany, Umbria, and Lazio for at least 2,200 years. The Cimina is both the tallest and the heaviest breed of cattle. Mature bulls stand up to 1.8 meters, 5 feet 11 inches. It is not unusual for bulls to exceed 1,600 kilograms, 3,500 pounds, in weight. Males standing over 1.51 meters, 4 feet 11 inches at 12 months are considered top grade. The coat of the Cimina is white. Very slight gray shading around the eyes and on the foreparts is tolerated. The skin, muzzle, switch post, and the tips of the horns are black. The Cimina breed is widely used for crossbreeding. In the United States, the Cimina has been crossbred with British breeds to reduce the fat content of meat in line with current fashion. Elsewhere, it has been used to transmit size, growth rate, and its relatively low skeleton weight to local breeds. It has been found to transmit well qualities such as growth rate, meat quality, resistance to heat and cold, and to insects and disease, and adaptation to rough terrain. The Aberdeen Angus, sometimes simply Angus, is a Scottish breed of small beef cattle. It derives from cattle native to the counties of Aberdeen, Sheer, and Angus in northeastern Scotland. The Angus is naturally cold and solid black or red, though the udder may be white. The native color is black, but more recently red colors have emerged. The United Kingdom registers both in the same herd book, but in the United States they are regarded as two separate breeds, Red Angus and Black Angus. Black Angus is the most common breed of beef cattle in the U.S. Aberdeen Angus cattle have been recorded in Scotland since at least the 16th century in the country's northeast. For some time before the 1800s, the hornless cattle in Aberdeenshire and Angus were called Angus dotties. As stated in the fourth volume of the Herd Book of the UK's Angus. This breed was introduced to Argentina in 1879. Angus cattle were first introduced to Tasmania in the 1820s and to the southern mainland in 1840. In 1876, William Brown, a professor of agriculture and then superintendent of the Experimental Farm at Guelph, Ontario, was granted permission by the Government of Ontario to purchase Aberdeen Angus cattle for the Ontario Agricultural College. On the 17th of May 1873, George Grant brought 4 Angus bulls to Victoria, Kansas. Because of their native environment, the cattle are very hardy and can survive the Scottish winters, which are typically harsh with snowfall and storms. Bulls typically weigh 850 kilograms, 1,870 pounds. The Drought Master is a tropical breed of beef cattle developed in North Queensland, Australia by several cattlemen from crossing Brahman and British breed cattle. Principally the beef shorthorn during the early 1900s. The breed was conceived in response to the need in the Australian tropics for a breed of cattle which had tick resistance and would be able to use the environment and the pastures in the most efficient manner to give higher weight gains and fertility. The Drought Master is a medium-sized breed, tan to red in color. It has a short sleek coat with loose skin to enable it to lose heat in the sun. The Drought Master breed emerged after many years of crossbreeding and meticulous selection for the following properties: calving, good meat quality, parasite resistance, heat tolerance, ability to adapt to the environment, high fertility, and docility. Since the 1970s, Drought Master cattle, semen and embryos have been exported to countries throughout Asia, Africa, Latin America, South America, the Middle East, and the Pacific Islands.